Hi everyone, Rene Bastarache here, and today I have a question that was sent in by Dave in Canada. Here's a question. Let me read this. In your opinion, Rene, how long do you think I should plan to attract enough of a clientele to be self-sustaining in a small urban setting, less than 500,000 people? I certainly recognize that each area is different. Have your students found a professional practice challenging, and what are the business details you feel I should concentrate on? The Halifax area and Nova Scotia in general has a lot of other hypnotherapists working. Okay, now this is something I can answer because of personal experience. When I first started doing hypnosis many years ago, I got certified, and within about 30 days, I had a full-time practice going. Actually, in 3 months, I had 3 practices going, one in Springvale, Maine, one in Sanford, Maine, and one in Biddeford, Maine. And the way I did that is I actually shared an office with a doctor who had offices in a couple of these cities, and I shared an office with him, plus I had an office in my home. Now, the reason why I'm saying this, I first started in Springvale, which isn't a city. It's smaller than that. It's not a town. It's smaller than that. Springvale was considered a village at the time. It probably had 15,000 people. Now, eventually I expanded to Sanford that had about 30,000 people with 7 other hypnotherapists in the area. And I made a full-time income. Actually, I did quite well in Sanford. A couple things you got to keep in mind. Number one, don't worry about the competition. I hear this all the time. There's so much competition. They're everywhere. Don't worry about it, okay? Worry about yourself. One of my favorite sayings is, rather than being competitive, be creative. When you're creative, your business comes from everywhere, okay? Everyone sees your creativity and they like it. When you're being competitive, what are you competing for? You're just competing for the business that the other person has. So if he doesn't have enough business and you're competing for his business, you're competing for not enough business already. So a part of not enough is still not enough. Be creative. Make believe they're not even there. Do your thing, and you'll be able to have a good business. Matter of fact, when I was in that place in Sanford with 7 other hypnotherapists, eventually, after about a year or two, I was referring business to them. Anything I didn't want to do, didn't feel comfortable with, I would refer to the other offices. And they, in turn, started referring people back to me. So rather than being competitors, we became, I don't know if we'd be friends, but we were colleagues, okay? We helped each other. How do you get the business? Now, over here it says a little bit less than 500,000 people. That's a lot of people. But like I said in one of my earlier videos, you're number 1 a marketer, number 2 a hypnotherapist. So you said how long do you think I should attract clients, to have enough clients to be self-sustaining? It's not how long do you do it. You're going to consistently be doing it. You're going to be advertising. To me, the bread and butter of any kind of advertising is newspaper. You'll be advertising in newspaper, probably radio, magazines. Who knows what works best in your area? When I was in Philly, okay, that was a big place. I actually bought a 20-foot by 60-foot billboard on 95. Huge thing with a big swinging watch. Of course, it was stationary, but you could see the swish of the watch, the kind of like stream after it. And it was fluorescent yellow. Now, I don't suggest you do that. That was an awful lot of money, probably too much for the return I got from it. So newspapers seems to be the number 1, I think, still today, the number 1 advertiser. Depending what you're doing, probably even the internet. I think everyone should have a web page because that's what people are looking for now. And of course, you have your local, Yahoo local, Google local, get on your local listings. So you need to advertise constantly. Don't worry about the competition. If you have an office and you have windows, that was my second best advertising, was putting signs in the windows. Every week I changed the signs. I made them fun. I made them exciting. Sometimes I drew cartoon characters on them just to get people looking. What's he going to do this week? One time I had my advertisement written in spiral. So the words were kind of going like this and they go around. And it would say something like, I am the center of your universe. Your every thought is of me. You want to come in my office and see what this is all about. Do it. Do it now. Do it. And I would sit there in the office behind the shades and look out in the street and see people in their cars stopped going like this, reading it. And I'd be like, got another one, because he'd know they were reading it from watching their head go back and forth. So there's a lot of different areas. What should you do? What should be the business details that you should concentrate on? Well, there's a lot of different marketing areas, but if you're a member of our association, the AIA monthly membership benefits, we have tons of different ways to advertise. Pretty much all the ones I just mentioned are in there, but there's a lot of different ways to get clients. And that's the purpose of that, is to help you to get clients quickly to your door so you can be successful. If you're not getting enough clients, you might want to expand in other areas. You might want to do telephone hypnosis. And again, we have plenty of things online showing you about telephone hypnosis. We even have a telephone hypnosis course. There's a shameless plug, showing you everything, the ins and outs of doing phone hypnosis. The beautiful thing about that is if you're in a small area with a small population, now with telephone hypnosis, you've expanded that to basically anyone that speaks your language that has a telephone. Now with that, you're going to want to advertise on the internet, because people aren't going to see you in local newspapers and call you if they want to see you there. But so for telephone hypnosis, you're going to want to get on the net. You can expand into writing books and making CDs and MP3s and making your own store and selling it. So there's a lot of different ways to do things that you can increase your business. But I'm a firm believer that wherever you are, you can find enough business. If you advertise, you might have to expand. You might have to use a phone. You might even have to travel. If it's a small town, even myself, I expanded into Sanford and Biddeford. And then I closed all 3 offices a few months later when I saw this big office in Sanford. It was actually I believe it was a pharmacy. Yeah, a pharmacy that went out of business. Nice big place, and I rented the pharmacy as my office. Had a little store in the front, kind of like I guess you could say a metaphysical store where I could sell little trinkets. I had my hypnosis office in the middle of it, and the whole back was a hypnosis school. That's when I started teaching hypnosis classes. So it was a great place for that, and with windows right on the main street, and that was all my advertising, which kept me busy. So that gives you some ideas. I hope that answers your question, Dave. And if any of you watching have questions of your own that you would like me to answer online, maybe I can give you ideas about marketing, help you with different situations you're having with clients, or maybe you just want to know about the hypnosis business, go ahead and leave me a question right below in the comments, okay? And if you like this video, leave a comment and let me know also. Your comments really help. This way we could answer the questions that you as the viewers have, and it makes it a lot more successful. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe below, and have a great day. Bye-bye.